Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know I have not been on here in a minute, and if you've been following up on my community posts or anything like that, you know that I've been in Washington DC pretty much for an entire week, and I made a couple of edits and posted some YouTube shorts just to, keep my YouTube channel like flowing. And I had a bunch of projects lined up for this week, but I got on yesterday and I realized CapCut wiped all of my projects. I don't know why. Technology is still stupid even in 2025. So anyway, hopefully I can get those files back and post those videos. If not, I'll just redo them. They weren't too long. But today I will be starting a new series. It's going to be a NBA 2K25 series. And I know I don't post much NBA content on here, but with the NBA finals and NBA playoffs here, I will be recording more NBA videos, giving my predictions, reactions, all sorts of things like that. So today I will be creating my own NBA 2K character, putting him into 2K. Then I will spin a wheel to see what team we get, and whatever team I land on, I have to go to that team and start a season with them. So I could get the Celtics and be on a really good team, or I could get the Hornets and be on a really bad team. And then I will start a season and hopefully win the NBA Finals. But before we get into this, if you like sports, editing, and any type of video game, you've come to the right place, because that's all I talk about. I upload 1 or 2 times every week. So let's get into today's video. Okay, here we are in the wheel of names / wheel of NBA teams. So I will spin and we're going to see what NBA team I will be playing on for this series. So here we are. I put every NBA team in there, alphabetical order. So our team will be the Indiana Pacers, I think. Yeah, so we get the Indiana Pacers, which isn't too bad. They have Tyrese Halliburton. I believe they still have Pascal Siakam. Haven't kept up with much NBA this year. But yeah, that's not necessarily a bad team. They just beat out the Bucks in the NBA playoffs. So yeah, let's get right into 2K. Alright, here we are in NBA 2K, and this is the creator player section. This is my character. This guy looks stupid. But no, I'll be going through this and creating, and I'll go through like the main parts, like the name, height, shoes, gear, attributes, certain things like that. Everything else I'll speed up, that way this isn't a 40-minute video just creating the player. So yeah, pretty much I'm gonna be starting a new series. If you've been following my community page, which you should put notifications on, please subscribe. But pretty much, if you've been watching my community page, you know that I had to stop my College Football 25 series. I took a break there for a minute to work on some Christmas videos and work on some NFL playoff videos. And yesterday, I went and tried to record, and College Football deleted my whole profile, or my whole save slot, and I have no clue why. Probably because I don't really play it that much unless it's with friends. So for now, I will be stopping my College Football 25 Road to Glory series unless it just randomly pops up someday when I'm playing. But for now, I've stopped it. So we have no series that I have not ended. So we're on a fresh plate heading into summer. So we're starting an NBA 2K create a player series, and so we're going to be going to the Indiana Pacers. So we're going to start here, and like I said, I'll sim through certain things, like cut it out that y'all don't need to see, but I will show you my final player. And how this is going to work is I'll be with the Indiana Pacers, and once we get into a season, it's just like a Madden franchise, but all in basketball terms. So I will allow myself 3 trades if I can find one, because trading in 2K is a lot different than trading in Madden. The salary cap is a lot different, and the draft picks obviously are a lot different. They only have 2 rounds, as in the NFL has 7. And so it'll be a lot different. So I'm allowing myself 3 trades, and then at the mid-season point, if I have a losing record, I will allow myself 1 trade. And pretty much, if I do not make the playoffs, every person that comments on this video, I will subscribe to and shout out for 7 days straight. So there are forfeits for me. And if I make the playoffs, but I do not win the NBA Finals, I will subscribe to everyone, shout out to everyone, like every comment, reply to every comment, and I will make a video with someone that comments down below. I'm not making a video with a bunch of people that comment down below. I'm only doing one. I don't care. Yeah.
We do not care.
So yeah, that's the forfeits, and if I win the NBA Finals, I do not have to do any forfeit, and I'm calling them forfeits because that's what a lot of YouTubers call them. I don't really consider it a forfeit. I like shouting y'all out, but it'll be some work if a lot of people comment. So pretty much you'll be rooting against me this whole time. But no, it'll be fun. So that's like the rules. So I'll say them at the beginning of every episode. Hopefully this series isn't too long. Hopefully I'm gonna create my player and then sim and do all the trades and then sim maybe to like the all-star break, and then I'll do the most of stuff in the second episode, and then the final episode will hopefully be the playoffs if I make them. Who knows? I'm on the Indiana Pacers, so anything can happen. But yeah, so hopefully it'll only be like a 3-episode series. Could be 4 or 5 depending on how long I make it. So yeah, let's get right into this. First spot is the vitals, so that's like the first name, position, and I'll be going off of like my real life attributes. I play basketball. I've played for 4 years straight, so I'm not gonna do my real name, even though a lot of y'all know. We're just gonna do like actual LP highlights just to go along with it. I hate that you have to actually click caps. The freaking NBA 2K board is a lot different than the Xbox keyboard. So yeah, a lot of this I will skim through because mainly it doesn't really matter. Like seeing my hot zones, if you know what that is. So yeah, I guess all caps is fine. Watch me misspell my own YouTube name. That would be a thing for me to do. Okay, and then nickname. Honestly, I'm pretty sure there is a highlight nickname. The nickname's literally highlight. So, no, it's just... Okay, let's find something. Lights Out, Little General, Magician, Money, Miracle Man, Mr. Clutch, Low-key. That's kind of my nickname.
Stop the cap.
Just kidding, but Mr. Incredible, Mr. Moves, Mr. Perfect... Prime Time, we could do Prime Time. I like that. I really don't know what to go with. The Captain. That's kind of a fire one. Chosen One. This isn't Star Wars. The General. That's a tough name. So I'm gonna go through this and find out my nickname because I could sit here for hours just trying to think of a nickname. All right, I think I found my nickname. It's gonna be Big Daddy.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey.
No, I'm just playing. My nickname is gonna be the Professor, and I'm sorry, I just realized my webcam is in the way of all this. I'm gonna move it to the other side. Give me 1 second. Okay, instead of moving it to the other side, I just put it at the top. So this looks a lot different, and I think I'm going to keep it up here for now. I genuinely don't like the small webcam, but that way y'all can see everything. And in 2K, most of the stuff is to the left. Unlike Madden, most of the stuff is to the right. So I'm going to keep it like this, and I might change it episode to episode. So we're going to go with the Professor as the nickname. I know that nickname's taken by the actual Professor, but that just seems, I just love that nickname. And my position... I played last year center, but that's mainly because both of our centers quit right before like game 1, and I'm 6 foot, so I had to be center. I was gonna be power forward, but yeah, our center was 6'1". He's my best friend. I still talk to him. Personal reasons for him quitting, but yeah, he was supposed to be center, so that's why I played center last year. But my main position is small forward and power forward. So, but I'll do power forward since that's what I usually play. Secondary position will be small forward. College, I think Miami of Ohio is in here. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yes, Miami of Ohio is in here. That's one of my favorite colleges, mainly because my uncle went there, and I've been there a lot, and also Ben Roethlisberger went there, so that's a W, and my brother glazes Ben Roethlisberger. No hate though, Ben Roethlisberger's great. Alright, and then birthday, June 6th. A lot of y'all know that's my birthday, so it's coming up soon. So I got a couple of birthday video ideas, and we'll start at 19, since like obviously I'm not 19, or else I would be in the NBA. Let's be honest, like I'd be in the NBA right now. But I'm just playing. So that's the closest age you can get. Obviously you can't start at 18. Jersey number, this year I wore 10, but I always wear 3. It's my favorite number. Also, I'm wearing Damian Lillard, or not Damian Lillard.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Dwayne Wade's jersey, number 3. So yeah, got this. It was like 80 bucks, and that's like really cheap for an NBA jersey. So comment down below what jersey I should wear next in the next episode. I've got a bunch of jerseys. Go watch my jersey video. Dunk hand to right hand, years of pro, obviously 0. But no, I won't max out all my stats. I'll keep it, you know, I'm intend my player to be like an 85 to 89 overall. Obviously, I don't want myself to be like a 70 overall. That'd be no content, because I'm only doing 1 year, because I don't want this series to be like 40 episodes long. We're just doing 1 season. I'm saying that right now. Unless this series goes viral. If it goes insanely viral, I will do another season. But for now, potential, we'll just stay at 90. So yeah, all this doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just show y'all what really matters. So we're gonna speed through a lot of this, and the editing process is gonna suck, but that's fine. Okay, this is a pretty important part. This is where you choose your head sculpt. So 2K, unlike Madden, doesn't really have many good head sculpts to choose from. This looks like me if I was... Wait a minute, why does that actually look a lot like me? This looks... But like, this looks like I'm kind of high. Like, this looks like I've been drugged or something. This guy, he has 2 blonde hair. There ain't no way. Ugh, no. Some of these face scans are good, but then the hair doesn't match up. This guy, no, he looks too much like a default. I don't think we should go with it. I don't know, he kind of looks like a lot like me. I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna go with this one because the hair's right. And honestly, it kind of looks like me. I'm not even gonna lie, that kind of looks like me. So we're gonna go with him. And then body, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Height, we're gonna stay at 6'6". My estimated height is 6'4". So we're just gonna say it's 6'6" because I'm not being 6'4" and playing in the NBA. That's not happening. Weight, we'll just stay at like 225 because that's the Madden average. So we're just gonna stay at that. Wingspan 70, shoulder width 50, neck length 55, trunk length 40. So yeah, we'll just keep them kind of average. Certain things I don't really care about, not gonna lie. So tattoos, yeah, see, like a lot of this doesn't really matter. So once again, skipping through this. Alright, here we are in shoes and gear, and this is like a pretty important part. I like being dripped out when I play basketball. So for our shoe home, we got to go colorful. So we're with the Indiana Pacers, so we could go a yellow shoe. Anthony Edwards, yeah, this is what I was thinking. They're like goldish, and honestly, Anthony Edwards shoes, certain colors look very bad, and then certain colors look very good. My point guard that played with me this year in basketball, he had Anthony Edwards, and they were all black, and they looked pretty sleek, pretty cool. But then Anthony Edwards in real life wears these green ones that look very good, and then I've seen some that are like just bad. Like his red ones honestly aren't even that good, my opinion. So yeah, we got this like goldish beige color, so I like it. We're playing with the Indiana Pacers, so honestly, anything that's yellow, white, or black, we'll go with it. But shoes don't really matter. And then away, we'll go model for this one. I wouldn't mind wearing some LaMelo balls. That'd be nice. They'd be in Puma. So let's think here. His shoes, let's try these. They have the black ones. Okay, they have the red in them. Honestly, I think that would kind of look fire. I kind of like those. I have LaMelos in real life. I have 2 pairs. So, yeah, we'll rock with these. Honestly, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. And then, like, stuff like this. Socks, I don't think it matters. I usually wear the quarter socks in real life. Undershirt, yes, I do like wearing an undershirt. Gotta be white all the time.
What do you mean by that?
Compression shorts, yes. I've got to wear compression shorts. Shorts length, it's gotta be way shorter. Not that. Like a 6. Yeah, right there, right above the knee. So yeah, not much to customize there, but pretty cool. And then accessories, headband, never, no. Right arm, or left arm, I mean. I'd probably wear like maybe a bracelet on my left arm. I usually keep a bracelet on the left arm. So let's think here. Do they have anything that's similar, like a rubber band? I'm pretty sure that's like on the, not elbow, yeah, the wrist. Here we are. Short, no. Rubber band, yeah, there we go. Always, no, nothing on the fingers ever. Nope. Yeah, none. Right arm, you gotta have a full sleeve. Always. Right wrist, rubber band, yeah. Keep a rubber band on both. And then we'll do the colors. I'm just going to keep it white for everything because that matches with the Indiana Pacers. So, yeah, just white for everything. Just white. Okay, there we go. Yeah, alright, I like that. That's usually what I do, especially in Madden. On the right, have a full sleeve. On the left, have an undershirt, then a bracelet, like usual. I usually keep a bracelet or something on my left wrist. So yeah, I like that. Right, I like this character so far. He looks very nice. So, and then attributes, okay, yeah, some of these I can skim through, but driving layup, that's my strong suit. We'll give like a 95. Post fades, oh my gosh, I love fadeaways. That's probably one of my favorite shots because Kevin Durant is my favorite basketball player, and like I love his fadeaways. So actually, I'm gonna put a picture, and I know it's bad quality, but I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen of my little fadeaway, and it was an and one. So right there. Actually, it's probably like more over next to my player, but you know, right there, you know. But yeah, fadeaway. We'll give like maybe an 85, and then post hook. Some of this stuff I'm just gonna go through. It won't be the biggest of deal. I'm gonna give like certain things. I'll give just like an 85 flat or an 80 flat. So other things I'll give like a 90 that I'm better at in real life, and then certain things if like I don't really know because like it's more NBA players do it, like dunking. Obviously I can't get there yet. I can touch rim. I'll just put like 75 or something. But yeah, we're gonna get through this, speed through this. That way the process is a lot faster. Alright, and then here we are in hot zones, which is like where you are the best from shooting at or where you like shooting from. So under the basket, cold, never shoot under the basket. I love shooting to the left, like far left, so like right where the color's changing. So yeah, hot there. Middle's neutral. No, neutral there. Yeah. Mid-range left, hot. That's my favorite spot. Anywhere on the left is probably my favorite spot. Center, yeah, back here, cold. Neutral there. Hot there. I do shoot there a lot. Yeah, anywhere on the left side, I shoot a lot more than I do from the right side, and I don't know why. And I'm right-handed, so who knows? Middle, normal. That's neutral. And then 3 over here, neutral. So yeah. And then next we have signature. So a lot of this is just pretty much your form on shooting. So I'll go through this real quick, and then we should be done. Alright, so I have complete my player, and that went a lot faster than I thought it would go, and my final player is an 85 overall, so that's exactly what I wanted. So this is perfect. So not too good, but not too bad, right in the middle. So we will import him to the Indiana Pacers, and then we'll get right on into the season. Alright, here we are in our season. So I went through and done all the settings, and I got our team and I got our player imported. So I'm obviously using the Indiana Pacers. So here we can go to coaching, but first I want to go to the roster. Here we are, roster. So we can see the current Indiana Pacers roster. It has Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, and then obviously me, and then Miles Turner, you know, the usual Indiana Pacers roster. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and get myself 3 trades, and then we're going to sim to hopefully the All-Star break. If not, maybe Christmas. But we will play one game, and I'm going to play the first game, obviously. Or maybe, no, we'll play the last game. So we're going to sim to either Christmas or the All-Star break. I haven't really made up my mind yet. So we'll sim to that, and whatever game's closest, we will play it, and then we'll end off the episode. So yeah, let's get to trading. First, I'm gonna go and do a trade finder, and obviously the top 5 I want to keep in here. This is our starting lineup, so we're keeping it in. And then over here, so yeah, obviously Pascal Siakam's a power forward, so I'll just play small forward. So I'll change that, and then Obi Toppin, I don't want to give up. Aaron Nesmith, obviously I don't want to give up. But TJ McConnell and honestly Thomas Bryant, but we don't really have a backup center. That's why I'm probably going to keep them. But we do have both of them here. And I like Isaiah Jackson better, and also he's younger. So we'll trade these two, and then we'll do a first round pick. No, let's do a second. We'll do a second. Unprotected and advanced, and see what type of offers we get, and then we can also manually trade, but the trade finder is easier in my opinion. So we have 23 offers, and honestly our main need is maybe a backup center. We really only have one center, and that's Miles Turner. So just scrolling through these offers, Lonzo Ball and Zach Collins, that's honestly not that bad because Lonzo Ball is very good in 2K and I love using him. So yeah, but we'll continue to scroll through these. Honestly, not big overalls, but ooh, Clint Capella and Terrence Mann. I like both of these players, and Clint Capella is the highest overall we've seen yet. And TJ McConnell, we don't really need him, and he's old, or getting older. But ooh, Mitchell Robinson, I do like him. I've used him a lot in 2K this year. D'Lo, not that bad. So Malik Beasley. So yeah, there's 23 offers. I'm gonna go through here and then I'll make my decision. Alrighty, so I think I have found the trade package I want to do. Draft picks don't really matter because we're only playing one season, so we're not going to be doing the draft. And Robert Williams and then Chris Murray is what they're giving. And these two, like I said, don't need them. And Robert Williams is one of my favorite players. He used to play for the Celtics, and he was so good. I remember we would have many alley-oop buzzer beaters with him. And he's very tall and just one of my favorite players and very underrated. And he's the highest overall anyone has offered us. So I think I am going to do this trade and get us Robert Williams. And then I'm going to try and find another trade. And if I don't, well, then I can save up 2 trades for the trade deadline if I want to. So yeah, we're probably going to go to the trade finder. Once again, back in the trade finder, but the Pacers have really good depth. Like, they have a bunch of 80 overalls and up. So maybe might try and trade maybe a couple of these backups. Let's see, he can be traded. This backup center and then draft picks. Maybe we can give like a 2028 first. No. Unprotected, advanced, just see what we can get, give up players that I won't be using, and then like this right here, we're giving up players that I'm not going to use. They're not going to touch the floor. But then like Andre Drummond, I would genuinely use him because he's pretty good in 2K. He's a solid backup center. And obviously we have 2 very good centers, but it's nice to have 3. You know, centers, it's hard to come by in 2K simulation. I've realized that. I've been playing 2K a lot recently. And like Mitchell Robinson, that's good. That's 380 overall centers, and they're all very young. So yeah, once again, Tim Hardaway Jr., that wouldn't be that bad. Because I also want us to have a bigger team. We've got a bunch of guards and forwards, so just stack up on center. So yeah, I think we're gonna go get Mitchell Robinson. So yeah, and then we get 2 centers here. So obviously we're probably only gonna use Mitchell Robinson, and I think that's all I'm gonna trade. So now we're gonna go to the coach game plan and go through the minutes, which is how long players play in the simulation. Alright, here we are in the coach game plan, and pretty much we get to choose minutes. And so obviously I'm gonna be starting. But yeah, we get to choose minutes, so we get 235 minutes, and so we have a really good team, a bunch of depth here, and we've got a bunch of centers, so I'm going to try and spread it out minutes for centers. But then like some people like Tyrese Halliburton, he's going to get 40 minutes because he's the star player, obviously. And then yeah, we're just going to go through here. Let's see here. Andrew, you're probably going to get, I'll give you 25 since you're a starter. I'm going to give myself 35 minutes. Pascal Siakam, you can get a bunch. We'll give you 30. And I've got to switch these positions. Obviously, I'll be playing small forward. Miles Turner, we have a bunch of centers, so you get 15. Let's go to our centers. Robert Williams, 15. And then Mitchell Robinson, 15. Actually, since Miles Turner's starting, we'll give him 20. And so, yeah, that does it for the starters. That's what I wanted right there. We'll give you 25. And that's 20, and then I'm popping really like I'm popping, we'll give him 15, and that's it. Give our minutes, so let's see. Let me see how you want to do this. We'll give you 20, and then you, we'll give you 20. No, so that we're taking Rob's looking at 10. And Sarah's looking at there. Wait, Jackson's here, so yeah. That's pretty much, that's what I'm going to do there. And so, real quick, I'm going to switch my player to a small forward in the depth chart, and then we're going to sim to, I think I'm going to sim to Christmas. So, yeah, let's get right into it. All right, here we are, and I'm going to sim it to, we'll sim it to December 26th. And so, yeah, let's see how we do. All right, first off, okay, decline trade. So there will be notifications here and there. We lost to the Pistons. No, we're not trading me. But right now we're 6-2, so pretty good. Never mind, 6-3. How are we losing to the Hornets? Like, what is this? Alright, that is the end of the simulation, and we went 24-7, so that's pretty good to start off. And so I'm going to hop into this game versus the Boston Celtics. If you know me, you know the Boston Celtics are my favorite NBA team. So actually, no, we're going to sim to December 28th, and we're going to see, so no, decline trade. So we beat Boston by 3 points. So now we're going to play them because we played them back to back. So now we're actually going to hop into a game and play them. And I'm only going to do 5-minute quarters. I have it simming on 15 minutes. And then I usually play on my own 8 minutes. But for the sake of this video, for how long it's being, right now it shows 40 minutes. But probably during the editing process, it'll only be like 25. So I'm just going to play on 5-minute quarters. But then I'll switch it later. And wow, Boston sucks. I'm just kidding. Boston's great in real life, but they're 14-17 right here. So, I don't know. Boston does not do good in NBA Sim. I was doing a franchise to warm up today, and they were terrible. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, I was going to hop into this game, but I just realized my player's injured. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not gonna hop into a game in this episode. I know. But no, I will be hopping into a game next episode. Hopefully 2 games next episode. But yeah, I'm gonna be recording this series every weekend, hopefully, or just whenever I get a chance. Once again, still been busy with school ending. I have a lot of end of the year projects, so videos will be a little bit from here and there. There'll be maybe 1, maybe 2 every week, and then maybe 1 week there'll be like 5 videos. Who knows? With it being May, end of school, so there's a lot of end year projects and stuff like that. But during the summer, I'm gonna be on the grind. So yeah, I'm just watching Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton dribble the ball. Hold on, let me get to the outro. Okay, with all that being said, I will be continuing this series. This series is so fun so far. I genuinely had so much fun creating that and trading. 2K is so much fun to me. I used to play it all the time, but then I quit playing for a long time. But yeah, right now we are 25-7, which is a very good record. I honestly thought with it being the Pacers, we weren't going to do too well. But yeah, it's been fun. So we are hopefully going to play the Celtics, or no, since I'm injured once again. But hopefully next game, or not next game, but next episode we'll play a game with my character. That literally sucks so much. But and you could say just turn injuries off. No, I'm not gonna turn injuries off. I'm just not playing a game in this episode. You're gonna have to deal with that. Okay. No, I'm just playing. This has been so much fun. I'm going to continue this. So, yeah, I hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe and turn on my notifications. That way y'all can keep up with this. And check my community page. I leave a bunch of updates, not just for series, but for everything. Anything YouTube-wise, anything sports-wise, media-wise, anything. So, yeah, please hit the subscribe button. So, I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.